Hey friends, I've been wanting to do another little vlog, but I haven't really been my best the past few days, and I couldn't really bring myself to do it. But I think it's actually really important that I um, do vlogs under this type of condition because realness, right? The whole point of me trying to get back into YouTube is realness. Um, so as some of you know, I have gotten really big into K-pop since probably like May of last year. And a group I'd always wanted to get into was Enhypen. Um, I knew that their concept and their music would be a group, or yeah, would be something that I liked. Sorry, words. Um, so after being into so many different groups, I was like, why haven't I done anything about this? So finally, in January, I got into them just in time for the comeback, even though I'd kind of seen the Bad Desire stuff, and that was what made me make my choice of bias, by the way. We'll get there. Um, so I realized that there was just so much music I ended up loving. I liked Bad Desire so much that I started learning the dance. I'm gonna learn the knife dance too. But it's a great way to trick me into exercise because I really do need it, but I can't. Due to my disabilities, I'm very exercise intolerant, so I have to be careful what I choose. So that has all been well and fun, and I was actually got into it so much that my close friend, my best friend, ended up getting into it too because of me. And since then, I've gotten so many like Lomo cards. I've gotten a few little merches, and recently I started getting top loaders that I can decorate. And I went to the Stray Kids Dominate Experience movie, as you know. Um, but the other thing I went to and prepared for was the Walk the Line one as well. And I had to travel further for that because there was not one near me. We had to travel about almost an hour away, and my mother took me. And I was so afraid she was going to be bored, but she actually had such a good time, and it made her appreciate the music. Um, but my favorite member is Heeseung. And for those of you who aren't glued to K-pop news, um, Heeseung just announced his solo career and is leaving the group. Um, I had been so inspired to do so much lately that I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like going to do so many crafts, and like actually I've started drawing again, which is huge, huge. And I received that news and I was in shock, and I spent the rest of the day like my body immediately took it as grief. Um so I had to deal with grief. Luckily, it was my therapy appointment the same day, so he taught me how to like um, try to remove some of those heavier feelings, like just like a way that to trick your body into relaxing. So I will be using that for panic attacks too. Oh boy, a lie. But it hit me so hard that like I just kind of lost it. I wasn't able to do any crafts, and up until that point, I had been making top loader decorations for Heeseung. I had spent time also because I liked Bad Desire and liked that specific comeback even though I didn't get to participate in it. Guess what I did? Heeseung Red. So all of this to be done like only like a week or two before that's announced. I will show you though the top loader thingies I made. So this is the first one I ever made. It's really fun. I like just learning to make ruffles was so freaking fun. And then I just took a lot of the random charms and stuff that I have and like glued them on too. And then I made this one with the idea of I wanted to make gems into like a frame. And I tried to do a diamond and it didn't work, so I tried to do kind of like a coffin. Well, it didn't look great, but you know, that one was rough, but that one actually has his whole name on it. And then I made this one because I really wanted to make one that looked like that and had like little wings. And that was fun. And then I tried to make a different type of one, entirely different theme. It was originally going to be for Xavier from Love and Deep Space, but I haven't been able to get good pictures that I can put in there yet. So I have Sunu in it, which I think fits anyway because I don't know, it's cutesy, and I think of him kind of more cutesy. And then I made one specifically for Sunu that I finished today. So, yeah, these have been really fun fractions, but I'm actually really surprised I even finished that one for Sunu because my body, because of this, has either been crying or sleeping. I haven't even been able to, like, eat properly, so... And I know that might seem ridiculous. Like, for me, it feels so ridiculous to, like, freak out over, like, K-pop news. Like, I didn't lose a family member. I'm not homeless, you know? I'm not... It just feels so weird to, like, react this strongly to stuff, right? But I did. And I have to recognize that I can't be hard on myself for that. Like, my feelings are my feelings. If I feel strongly about this, if I care about this, then I care about it, you know? So, that just to say, don't think that the things that you cry about or get emotional about are silly, because they're probably not. They're important to you, and that's all that matters. Okay? You got it? But yeah. I'm not taking this news well. It's been about 24 hours, well, over 24 hours now, because I found out at 4 a.m., so an hour after he freaking posted. So I'm doing a little better in that I'm not crying constantly, but I am still doing depression naps, and I can't stop checking the news even though there's nothing new. Like, K-pop has a really good way of just, like, burying stuff and, like, being really hush-hush. So it's just a lot of fan theories and a lot of stuff like that, which evolves every day. And there's protests right now at the Hybe building. I did sign the petition, but I signed it only on this condition, okay? I would never force him back in. Never. Never, 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 never force him back in, okay? But if he wants to be in, and this was not his choice, or if he was coerced into it, thinking that was the only way he was going to get solo stuff, or, like, this is my theory, which I haven't seen anybody say it, but, like, people are starting to come on to it now. What I think is the reason why it was so sudden is because he's mentioned he's been losing weight because of depression. I think he finally had, like, a full freaking breakdown, right? He couldn't take it anymore. So, like, stuff had already been in discussions, right? And he, like, had a full breakdown and, like, had to leave suddenly because there was stuff still planned with him in mind, like, going forward, even if this was something that was going to happen, like, near the end of contract, or, like, he was going to try to find a way to do his solo stuff in the contract, which, if we look at the TXT member that I've actually recently gotten into, sorry for mispronunciation if I say it wrong, but Yeonju, if we look at him, he said it was really hard to do both. So if Heeseung's trying to do both, it might be really hard. So all of that, he could have probably just had, like, a breakdown and, like, literally needed the rest, like, because he's looked exhausted lately, like, really checked out. So that's my little theory. Again, nothing is confirmed. They're not going to tell us, probably not. But I will support his solo career, obviously. I'm still going to consider him my bias, but I would say that if I have to choose out of the 6, it's going to be Sunu. Even though, like, literally it was so hard to make that choice because, like, not just because I absolutely love Heeseung, but because, like, Jungwon and Jake were both in that position too. Like, I feel that way about them as well. So, who knows, I might be bias bouncing for a while, but in my heart it will always be Heeseung. I'm just doing this as, like, a way to cope, to be like, okay, you have to get that brain into acceptance, right? Because I am autistic, and change is not easy for an autistic person. Not easy. Brain just goes, ah! So, yeah, I just wanted to vlog about that, and it's been longer than expected. But if you get me talking about K-pop, I will yap. So I guess to sum it up, I've had a lot of fun crafting. Talking is hard. Crafting top loaders lately. I had a lot of fun at both the Stray Kids and the Enhypen little concert things, and I was really surprised to dye my hair red because I never thought I would like it, but I do. I'm actually gonna, when I have to bleach my roots, I'm actually gonna do purple on top because I think that purple and red look really cool together. Um, that's my summary. I'm holding on, and I hope you all are holding on too. And if anybody that sees this is an Engene, um, feel free to yap at me. It's always fun to talk to fans of the same stuff. So I'm gonna go now. Bye, friends.